Hi there guys, my name is Stephanie Snyder and I am founder of Fit and Fancy Nation, and I am going to talk to you today about what I use for follow-ups to track my customers, my coaches. There's a lot of different things you can use. There's apps, there's pen and paper, there's tons of different things, and it's really about finding something that works for you to be able to stay on top of who you've talked to, when you talk to them, and when you need to follow up. So for me, I use an Excel spreadsheet. It's worked for me since the get-go. And what I do is I'll write the person's name. Usually, I only do this if they respond to my initial invite, or if I've contacted them because they've, again, responded to a comment or a post. So if they've shown an interest, then I'll put them on my list. If they don't show an interest, don't really put them on the list because they haven't shown any interest in it. So I'll put their name down, and then next to their name I'll put the date of our initial contact, and then in the next column what they were interested in, whether it was a challenge pack, if it was a specific program, if it was a coaching opportunity. That goes in the third column, and then in the fourth column I'll put the last date that I contacted them. And this has really helped me stay on top of who I've contacted, when I contacted, and if it's somebody I know that I need to follow up with in the next day or so, like we just chatted and I've sent them a video of a program, they're really interested, I'll actually put them on my to-do list on the app on my phone. I use the Swipes app on my phone. It's fantastic. I love it. But I'll put their name in there. So say I'm talking to Sally today and she's really interested in the 21-day fix, and I send her the video and I say, great, take a look at the video. I'll follow. Is it okay if I follow up with you tomorrow? And she says, yeah, sure, I'll watch it tonight when I get home. So I'll put her in my Swipes app to follow up with tomorrow because I've told her I'm going to follow up with her tomorrow. That's how I keep track of who I need to follow up with. Otherwise, if it's not an immediate, sometimes people get distracted when they're chatting through private messaging or emailing. So if it's not an immediate conversation, it's not going on, it's not taking place very quickly, then they'll definitely go on my Excel spreadsheet, and I'll just follow up with them in a few days. Usually I follow up 2 to 3 days out since the last contact. If I'm getting lots of crickets, I'll make it a longer, time frame, maybe 10 days or, 2 weeks, something like that. But I use an Excel spreadsheet. It's worked really well for me. I know some of the top coaches use just pen and paper, but I like to be able to get to my follow-up list on any of my devices. And so I just save my Excel spreadsheet to my Dropbox and I can pull it up wherever I am, because as a busy mom, I work in my car sometimes I work, while I'm waiting for the kids at pickup, or when the kids are, doing an after-school activity at soccer practice. So I like to be able to access my list everywhere and not forget the pen and paper at home. So for me, again, I use Excel spreadsheet. Google Docs is a good one too, that you can also access everywhere, just as long as you have a Gmail account. There are some other apps. There's Teamsy, which is a new one. I'm not terribly familiar with it. And then Streak, which is linked to your Gmail. And it will actually send you notifications of who you need to follow up with and when. So that's really helpful if you're using email for your contact. Most of the time I'm using private messaging or direct messaging with Instagram, and so I don't use a ton of email, although I'm starting to head in that direction. But that's what I use. I use an Excel spreadsheet, and it's just a matter of getting into the habit of doing it, opening it up when you do your power hour, and just writing names down. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.